What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks and welcome to another edition of FC Bayern München Talk. Now, this stream won't be too long because I do have, I believe it's in 20 minutes, Mania to go to, but I will be a bit late for that. So we still have a bit of time to, kill and make it, delay my time to going there. But listen, guys, you guys know what to do. On your way in here, subscribe, press alarm bells for future content notifications, like, comment your way, go check socials, and inshallah you're well wherever you may be. Listen, I say we get started because we ain't got too much time, even though we got a bit of time to kill, but still not as much. So we get straight into it. And the first piece of news I want to talk about here is obviously this one. Now, for those who don't know, because obviously people were more focused on Jamal Musiala's injury, which I understand why, because it's more severe, based on even what this is saying. But here it's saying basically Stanisic, he had a bit of a knock, he got subbed off. But it's saying here, Josip Stanisic did not suffer an injury against PSG and will be ready for the beginning of preseason. I don't even think we have to play him in preseason. Don't play him in preseason. Honestly, we need to stop rushing players back. Honestly, just let this guy rest until the start of the season. Because he's going to need it. I'm telling you guys right now. Use preseason to test out players. Hey, maybe Eznu can get a run of games. See how he can perform. Maybe even see if he's ready to play in the DFB Super Cup and all that stuff. It's one of them in which I'm glad he's okay because we need him to be okay. But at the same time, don't rush him back. Do not rush him back, because even though it's saying that, what would it say? It said he will be ready for beginning of preseason. No. We do not want that. We do not want that at all. So please, for the love of God, and I say this once and I'll say it again, just let the guy rest till the beginning of the season. Let's see how a guy like Eznu can do in preseason. Let's see. And if he's not ready, then maybe you have to play Guerrero and then maybe you bring Eznu on for impact. Something like that. I think this could be an opportunity to see if Eznu can hack it. It really is. So why not take that opportunity? Why not? Rather than like rushing the guy back. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Max. Oh, why am I saying Max Herbal? This guy made me say Max Herbal. On Josip Stanisic update. But big up Hano. You know, he done the thumbnail now. And yeah, man, listen. I say we move on though, because the Stanisic one is pretty straightforward. And I again, time. Time is a bit against me here. The next piece of news, guys. You know what? We'll leave Luiz Diaz for last. I want to talk a bit about Woltemade. The Woltemade news. Now, this is pretty important. It's basically saying a Stuttgart spokesman or spokesperson says Nick Woltemade is expected back in VfB training on July 28 and will take part in the preseason camp and Rotashagen with his teammates. By the way, sorry for butchering that name. He adds that no player is currently available for negotiation with another club. I'm going to be honest, it's not up to Stuttgart. If the guy wants to leave, he wants to leave. Deal with it. Like, generally, if the guy wants to leave, let him go, because the moment this guy sits on your bench because he don't want to play for you, you're going to regret it. I'm telling you, Mandem's going to regret. Imagine, like, I know he's not on high wages at the moment. I'm sure he's not. But even with the valuation that he's on, like, the guy initially was valued 50 to 60 M's. Let's remember that. Then Lothar Matthäus said what he said. Hones wasn't happy about what he said. Matthäus responded. And now, all of a sudden, now they're trying their level hardest to sell the guy for more money. Bayern has to negotiate with Stuttgart to get the player. The player wants Bayern. Listen, if I'm Nick Woltemade, I think he needs to force this move. Now, is it going to be snaky from him against Stuttgart? Sure. But again, I don't care. So, if you really want to join Bayern and they're treating you like shit, treat them like shit as well. I don't know. So, yeah, wahda bwahda, we say. Eye for an eye. May as well. So, that's just how I view it. Now, but on a real, like, go to training. If they don't play you, then actually force your way out. But I just hope Bayern actually step up and actually, like, find a middle ground to this deal. For me personally, I wouldn't mind paying around 70 M's. I wouldn't mind paying around 70 M's. I'm not going to lie. If it was 65, 70, 75 max, I don't mind. Personally. So, yeah. That's what I would say. Bro, I have no idea. I'm seeing people talk about, but I have not seen news on IMS and me. Let me see. Is there news on Rashford? I'm gonna go on another tab on X to search this. Let's see. Oh, wait. Let's search. Wait, actually no. Rashford to Bayern. Oh shoot, yeah. Yeah, July 2nd they linked. Okay, so it's saying from Sky Sports. Reports this morning are linking Marcus Rashford with a move to Bayern München. However, Manchester United are yet to receive a formal offer. Yeah, so Bayern haven't offered shit. From Barça Universal, from Mundo Deportivo. I don't know how legit this source is. Right here. Oh shoot. Let me open a different tab. Because I have another tab. 1 second. Is it this one? I believe it's this one. It's mentioning Diaz, which we'll talk about in a second. But it's saying after Musiala's injury, Bayern München could push to sign Barcelona transfer target Marcus Rashford or Luiz Diaz. Before I talk about Diaz, because Diaz I want to leave in a different conversation. Here's my thoughts on this whole Marcus Rashford thing. I don't think Marcus Rashford works for Bayern at all. People think it does because he can maybe make transition runs from the left, and maybe he can score. The thing is, though, we like to keep the ball a lot. We play very slow. and we try to break down low blocks. I will say one thing though. I think he could be beneficial for if, let's say, Kane drop deep and we're the ones like winning the ball and there's like a counter-attacking opportunity. I think Marcus Rashford is one of them that could benefit out of that. However, when it comes to us having the ball and trying to break down the low block, I don't see Rashford benefiting. That's why I wouldn't have him at Bayern. I feel like he is one of the worst options out there for us to get. So I would not want Marcus Rashford at all. Unless if you want to get him as a backup option, okay, maybe. But then how much is he going to cost? Like, that's the thing. We need somebody in that left wing that can start, not somebody that can be a backup option. I think that's what people are failing to understand here. Oh my god. Oh my god. This guy has to push the Brahim Diaz agenda. Akhi, not everything is about Maghreb, ya akhi. Not everything is about Maghreb. Akhi.
Shut up, bitch! Oh my god!
يعني ديما مغرب بس يعني come on, everything is Maghreb agenda يا أخي. This guy, he loves to push the Moroccan agenda. This fraud. Every single time. يا أخي هدي شوي, هدي اللعب. You see me pushing Saudi agenda 24/7? No. يا أخي, why do you have to push the Moroccan agenda? خلاص هدي اللعب. Okay, Diaz is good. I think we already had this discussion on Diaz, bro. He's better off staying at Real Madrid than going elsewhere, bro. That's just how it is. Okay, let's be honest. He hasn't played in an AFCON yet. You see, you أنت حمار, أنت يا غبي. Understand that this guy literally just joined the Moroccan national team after the FIFA World Cup. Bro, انسى بعد الAFCON بعد. After the AFCON that happened afterwards. What a fucking... He is underrated, but like at the same time, like... See, if he joins Bayern München, he could start, to be fair, because I actually think Brahim Diaz is a 10 that we could get, that could start at Bayern now Musiala is injured. But let's be honest, if Musiala was fit, he was never starting. If Musiala was fit, he was never starting. That's my point. Now that there's space to sign somebody, getting Diaz is not a bad idea, to be fair. Man said you can take him all day, mate. He's shit when he starts. The thing is, I follow him for Morocco. He's not that bad. I just don't think he's a starter for a Madrid or a... Like, I just don't see him starting at Bayern if Musiala was there. Now he's not there. Maybe he can start and prove a lot of people wrong. I think he has the talent. I just don't think that sometimes his decision-making is there. Sometimes his decision-making is a bit off. But... يلا حصل خير. Anyway, very well. Nana, there you go. Why? No, Bassam. The thing is, Brahim Diaz, he doesn't start over Musiala. He doesn't start over Musiala if he was 100% fit. And when Gnabry started, by the way, Musiala was always out. That's something you need to understand. Now, we're in a situation in which Gnabry will have to start by default, and we don't want that. So if Diaz is one of the options that we go for, I don't mind, personally. However, at the time when I argued with that friend of mine, yeah, man said he's the spicy al-Sahafi. Bro, the fact you compared the two is a disgrace. You're getting a timeout. That's a disgrace. Bro, I agree with you about Sahafi, but Brahim Diaz, come on. So it's another Rodrigo situation? No, by the way, I kind of agree, though, because in Morocco, I remember when he was playing at the 10, what would happen is he and Azizouli, they would interchange a lot. Abdi Azizouli at Real Betis, they would interchange a lot. Same with when Ben Saghir would come on. They would always interchange. It'd be left, mid, and then you have on the right-hand side, what's his name? Who would play on the right again? Sometimes they play all three, actually. Sometimes they play all three. So yeah, man. But listen, back to conversation. Back to conversation here. About Woltemade, Bayern just needs to get the job done, man. Get the job done, pay the bags. You get me? Um, and it should be all right. You know what I mean? If not, then we're not okay. But now that Muller is gone, now that we don't have a 10 and we need a backup striker regardless, Woltemade is a must. A must. Especially now that he wants us as well. Don't fumble. That's all I'm gonna say. Now I want to move on to the big talking point of today. Now earlier today, guys, there was news on Luiz Diaz, and this news on Luiz Diaz was stating that deal was agreed. If you saw 433 on Instagram, or if you saw the news from Bild, they were basically saying that Bayern and Luiz Diaz had an agreement in principle, which I did. I was like, what the fuck? Because it made no sense to me. Like, literally, Liverpool rejected, and then all of a sudden, deal agreed from Diaz. It made zero sense to me. And not just that, Diaz as well. I feel like he's a type of player that's not going to leave Liverpool anymore, unless if Liverpool is going to replace him, because of what happened with the fellow passing of Diogo Jota and Andre Silva. So, and I'm talking in the Liverpool case, Diogo Jota. So, yeah, it's a sticky one, man. And that's why I was like, what the hell is this news? Where is this coming from? And then I check IMS and me, it's not even there. Now we have more updates on the matter. I want to show you the first piece of news, though. I mean, I don't know if he's looking to leave. I mean, that would kind of make sense, especially after what's going on with Luis Diaz and the party incident, or not incident, but basically he was in a party in Colombia, I believe, while there was a funeral going on at in Portugal, and a lot of people were not happy, especially Liverpool fans and rivals. They were not happy, and even apparently South America not happy with him. Rightfully so. So, yeah, man, I can see if that's the case. Why? He's saying Luis Diaz was out partying when he should have gone to the funeral of Jota. Liverpool definitely gonna have a word with him. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%, man. I hear it. That's a timeout as well, buddy. Yeah, bro. What's up with people doing this?
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard. Everyone's laughing, by the way, but it's true because everybody's heard it too. Everyone heard it, right? They look at all. Everyone's like, "Yeah, big piece of dog shit."
But nobody cares, brother. Nobody cares about Jackson. You enjoy Jackson, bro. Maybe he'll take you to the Club World Cup final. Who knows? Anyway, Luis Diaz is keen on a move to Barcelona. Interesting. Barca will make a new approach to Liverpool in the coming days. There's still interest from Bayern. So far, both Barcelona and Bayern have been told no by Liverpool. But now, after the incident that happened, do you think they changed their mind? No idea. Then there's other news. Muller, by the way. So that I was sad to watch, saying his goodbye. You guys need to watch it. That was sad, man. By the way, we can talk about this in the end as well, because I did a stream on Leo earlier today. Oh, typical. What a fraud. Anyway, here we go. Let's read this. Oops. Okay, let's read this. Any agreement between Luis Diaz and Bayern is denied by all sides. Last week, Max Erbel made a call to Liverpool. It was an informal inquiry, not an offer. And Liverpool's response was Diaz is currently not for sale. Bayern are not giving up and remain in contact with the players' camp. More clubs are keen on, which is Bayern and Barcelona. Okay. So here's my thing with Luis Diaz. First of all, I want to say that what he did partying while there's funeral, he's crazy for that, in my opinion. Not the time to party, brother. Not the time. Like, I know you're in Colombia, but one thing I will say, if Ruben Neves, I apologize, even though I know Diaz was there too, but if Ruben Neves and Joao Cancelo who play for my Saudi club Al Hilal. We lost to Fluminense. If they can travel from the United States of America to Portugal immediately after the loss so that they can go for the funeral to pay their respects for Diogo Jota, then surely Luiz Diaz was able to do the same. It's not that much of a difference of a distance. Like, come on, this is crazy, bro. The guy has all the money to do that. So that in itself, he's mad for it. Utterly shameful, not gonna lie. Now, if we're talking about the football player, one thing I will say is I actually think that he's very good on the ball. I think he can break down low blocks. My only concern is his decision making in the final third is poor, man. At times is poor. Do we have time for poor decision making? No. So that's the only problem I have. So yeah, it is what it is. That's all I will say on the matter. By the way, can I just say, Dave the GOAT? Yeah, listen, if you're trying to bait me, it ain't working, bro. So hold that. But seriously, it's just one of them ones in which I think we can go for a better winger. I really do. And the fact that Bild fumbled the bag on that news is crazy. I do not know why they said agreement. Like, it's dumb. Thank God I didn't do a stream on it. Thank God I passed out. Thank God I focused on Al Hilal after I woke up. Because, my God, that was poor. You know what I mean? I said Diaz is too good for that league. Brother, listen. You say too good for that league, but that club that he's joining, one of the biggest in the world. So you can chat down about the league, but you can never chat down about the club, bro. Because that club has 6 Champions Leagues. Hold up. Yeah, and I'm even saying that big club can do better than fucking Luiz fucking Diaz. Again, hold that. Yeah, I'm just saying. Wait, who do you support? If you're same like us, are you a Liverpool fan? Or are you a Barca fan? Because Barca have 5. Okay, so Liverpool. So you're like, okay. I have a question. Would you keep Luiz Diaz? I thought you were a Barca fan, by the way. Would you keep Luiz Diaz? I'm waiting for an answer, by the way. Well, who here thinks Diaz to Bayern is a good signing? For me personally, I think we can do better, but it's not the end of the world. Wait, what's that? Wait, yes, great player after. What's that supposed to mean? Wait, I'm not gonna lie. That comment, you're gonna have to elaborate because that sounds so wrong. Proper mighty guarantee on Chelsea in action tomorrow. Yeah.
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
So you're saying because after you're saying so I'm guessing what you're saying is because of the Jota death they're gonna have to keep him. Is that what you mean? See, I could have easily gotten rid of you or something because I didn't understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to know. So if you're saying that, then it's calm. But next time just deliver it better, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, somebody else would have gotten rid of you. But anyway, cool. Yeah, I understand. That makes sense. So you don't think he'll go to Barca or Bayern because of that? No, that's fair. I get it. I understand. But I do think you need another forward, by the way. You really do think you need another forward. Yeah. I get it now. But that's why I'm saying he needs to deliver that message better. But listen, Yeah, but for me, I don't mind Diaz. Like, it's not one of them ones in which it's not a needle mover. Don't get it twisted. It's not. But it's one of them ones in which it can do something, but it's not a guarantee. Like, he can break down the low block. Because by the way, we're gonna play against low blocks a lot. Like we're the only team Bundesliga side that are willing to play low block, and there's like a few that like to press us. So he can break down a low block. Yeah, he somewhat has the pace to run in transition. His finishing and his decision making at times poor. That's the only thing I have to say. Other than that, I don't mind. But then again, I still would rather Rodrigo. I still would rather Lookman. I would rather them two over him. I would not mind. Hell, I would not mind low-key a Martinelli or a Gakpo even. But again, Gakpo will not leave same reason as Diaz, according to Ashif and even myself. So yeah. Liao, again, if his mentality is there, okay. But even then, at this rate, get somebody. Just go get somebody. If it's Luiz Diaz, whatever. But it's one of them, man. It really is one of them. Yeah, but Tano, you know what the problem is? The problem is Harry Kane drops deep. If Harry Kane didn't drop deep, I would have agreed with Diaz 100%. The problem is Kane drops deep. So we need somebody that can actually like score goals on the wing. With Bayern, it's a weird situation. It's like you need someone that can beat a man, but you also need a man that can score. Like we need a complete winger. But the problem is it's very rare to find a complete winger today because of the way we play. Bro, like you see, a winger profile that we need is similar to Rafinha at Barca, you know? Low key, yes. You know why I think low key Martinelli? Everyone can doubt Martinelli now, but one thing I will say, I remember when this guy was cooking and that season in which City won the treble, when Arsenal was competing in their first season. They were leading, I think, 95% of the season or something like that. The guy was making amazing runs. The guy at times was beating his man. And the guy scored a decent amount of goals. I think at Bayern München, he can do that. Now, if he was to go to a Barcelona, I don't see it. If he was to go to Real Madrid, maybe I don't see it. I think at Bayern, I can see it because of the fact that Kane drops deep. The fact that Kane is dropping deep, he can make them runs, and then all he has to do is score. Like, I'm not saying Martinelli is the greatest thing since sliced bread or anything. I'm not saying he's a Olise, level winger. No, I'm not. All I'm saying is I think he's one that does a job. Man says I don't watch Premier League enough. Brother, I was watching a lot of Premier League. You know when was the time I stopped watching Premier League properly? Last season. Because last season, oh my God, the level of the league fell. It fell off. By the time Liverpool won the league, I'm like, yeah, fuck the league. Man said company will unlock a Martinelli. Hey, to be fair, he has a higher chance of doing it than Arteta, that's for sure. Arteta is the biggest fraud ever. But then again, that's not saying much, So, bro, my point is we just need somebody that's going to make a run in behind and that can do a job in front of goal. And at times can beat a man, which I don't think... I'm not going to lie. In my opinion, this is just my opinion, I think... Don't get it twisted. Failed Brazilian, fine, no problem. Because the guy... People act like he's Joga Bonito. He's nowhere near Joga Bonito. But one thing I'll say is that he can still do a job. He can still at times feint his way into beating a man. So I'd take him. I'm going to lie to you. I said, come get Madueke. No. Oh, I would have loved... No, hey, you see Neto? I would have loved him. But the problem is, we have Olise. We have Ulisse. So would he be a backup? I don't know. But I do rate Neto highly. I really rate Neto. What's his name? Pedro. Is his name Pedro Neto? Very highly. So, yeah. But I think I'm going to end it here, though. Has Will gone live? Yeah, they're live. All right, what we're going to do, I'm going to redirect to Carnage Extra, the Football Mania. We're going to go there. Zier raid. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Where is Will? Where is my man Carnage? Boom, boom, and there you go, guys. You know what to do. Oh, can he? Then maybe, but you guys are gonna keep him, so it doesn't matter. What about the queue? Sancho or King Anthony? Sancho. Anyway. Or yeah, I've heard about him. I've heard of him from Michael. He told me that he's a good winger. What do you mean? Oh, the cross feature. Oh, I get what you mean. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it here. You guys know what to do. Subscribe, press alarm bells for future content notifications. Like, comment your way. Go check socials, and inshallah, you're well wherever you may be. And to be honest, to end this stream, first of all, when you get to Carnage Extra, Zier raid, and secondly, on your way out, we're gonna describe the left-wing market with just literally the following. Take care and see y'all later.
Every single thing in it is me.